going on, ladies and gentlemen? Dr.DDub here, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play RollerCoaster Tycoon. Today is the day. The day that we build the Oasis. It has been a long time coming. I am excited to do it, and it's gonna cost us quite a bit of money. I was playing around with this a little bit off camera to see how much it would cost me. And I ran out of money trying to do it. So I'm going to try to buy a little bit less land than I anticipated. I know last episode, I think it was last episode, I mentioned that I bought this whole chunk of land back here for like 3 or 4 grand. I don't know what I was saying. It cost way more than that. It cost me about 6 or 7 to buy all of it. And then on top of that, doing, I don't know why, but when I go to the land tool and I try to change the land type, like right now this is sand, you can change it to grass, whatever. Changing it to anything but grass was costing me about $11 to $12 per tile. Doing just regular grass was costing me $30 per tile. So I think the pricing on some of this stuff changes depending on the park. Like in this park, which is a desert theme, grass is going to be hard to come by. Therefore, it's more expensive. I don't know if it's the same way with water. I didn't really check to see that. I can't really tell a difference from, I don't know. I'd have to go to another park to see any difference. But, oh man, it's expensive. We've already spent about 4 grand right here. And one thing I noticed, it's kind of awful. This tile right here, I can't buy. So I'm going to have all this land around one empty tile right there. So for the time being, I'm just going to buy up until that portion. Just kind of like this, just to keep it looking decent. And I think that's all we're going to buy, just so we have enough money to do everything I'm wanting to do. I'm thinking of doing my walkway, starting from over here, coming across down here, turning here. Actually, possibly turning here, possibly not, and then cutting back across, and then kind of going around the Oasis. I don't know. We'll see. This is going to be, I won't probably be able to do all of this in one episode, because of how much money it's going to cost me. But I do have a design in mind for the Oasis, and it's going to go, again, I mentioned originally kind of in this area right here. It's going to be a little bit smaller than all of this. Again, for financial reasons, I might widen it out later. But I need to raise or lower everything by 2 tiles. And that is kind of going to be our look. I want to do it 2 tiles down because I'm going to raise it up by 1. And if that makes no sense, just give me a second and it will. And by raise it up, I mean raise the water up by 1. So far, compared to what I was just doing, kind of testing this out, we are doing much better financially. So I'm not as worried as I was. I don't know why I did that. I could have just done... Oh, I need to be more financially minded here. So if I do this, that's going to be cheaper. Oh, but then it leaves me with... That's why I do it. We'll lower that. Okay. Okay, so this is getting pretty big, and that's what I'm wanting. Lower that. See, yeah, that cost me $160 to what should have only been $40, which I don't quite understand. I just need to be more careful with what I adjust, I guess. Okay, so I think that's looking like a good size Oasis. Let's lower that and bring that part out by 1. Okay, that is going to be the main body of water. And man, this silence is kind of eerie. And then we're going to raise the water up by 1. And that cost me just shy of 600. So this is going to get very expensive very quick. I don't even think I'll be able to finish all this right here and right now. It'll take me a few minutes of waiting. But so far, we haven't had the issue of we don't have the money to do it. Error coming up. So we'll just do this one tile at a time. One to take longer, and two to make sure we're not... Actually, that doesn't matter. You can adjust like all this. I can't raise water on these 3 tiles here, but if I put it over that, it's only going to raise the water where I can. So you don't have to worry about kind of wasting water. Oh, of course, we have to pay our bills. Why does that surprise me? But let's check on our park real quick. Just make sure everything is doing swell. Have we unlocked anything new shops and stalls wise? We did. We got a balloon stall. Okay, even as much as I want to build this Oasis, balloons are taking priority. And these are what, $200 a piece? But everyone wants balloons, so that will make our money back pretty quickly. Let's do that blue. I actually like that default blue. And we'll charge $1.20. See if people still want to buy those. Come on, guys. Buy balloons. There we go. No thoughts about it yet? That's fine. Okay, so we'll do 1 blue. And I think I'm going to do 1 green as well. Again, we're trying to capitalize on the Oasis-ness of our Oasis. Do we have a handyman there? I think we do. He's just not doing his job very well. We'll put that, I think, right there. There we go. And again, we'll stick with kind of the lime green, just like our umbrellas. I think that'll look really nice once everything is said and done. Do we have a handyman here? What is going on? We do. Someone's just doing a horrible job. Okay, whatever. All right, back to the Oasis. We should have enough money to finish buying out the water here. And I think that's everything. Okay, there is our Oasis. I do want to do... I should have done this ahead of time. Or had the foresight to do it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. We're going to raise up a little island here in the middle, just because I think that looks nice. And I mentioned earlier, at the very beginning of this episode, that doing grass, I'm just going to do this 1 tile just to demonstrate. That grass tile cost me $30. This grass and brown dirt tile, I think is what it's called. Grassland, brown dirt, and clumps of grass cost me $11. And it being in a desert, I don't think we'd have pristine grass to begin with. So I'm actually going to go with this. 1, because it's cheaper. And 2, I think it fits better, to be honest. I'm going to throw in a couple pieces of regular grass, just because it is an Oasis. I want it to be lush and beautiful. This kind of looks not drab, but not beautimous like I want it to. That's 88. Man, this park we should name like the Money Pit, because that's all it feels like we're doing, is just constantly waiting for enough money to do what it is that we're wanting to do. But good things are not cheap in this game. If you want it to look great, you got to put in the money to make it look that way. Okay, that is the basis of our Oasis. That sounds kind of cool. I do want to expand it out a little bit in some portions here, just to kind of, I don't know, make it look a little bit more realistic. I think the grass would stretch a little bit farther than where it does. And I guess that's all we're doing. And we need a mechanic over here, don't we? Where is Ferris Bueller? You're gonna come over here. Oh, you're almost there anyway, man. Get the call, come on. Hurry up and get the call. Oh, answering radio call, answering radio call, answering radio call. We have a busy park. Heading for Golden Sphere of Immortality. Thank you, sir. Okay, so that's fixed. And we have a little bit more money now. So let's continue expanding this out ever so slightly. Stand-up steel coaster. Awesome. I'm thinking we're going to need to build another kind of shuttle loop style coaster in this park just to make money, because right now I don't like hurting this much for money, to be completely honest with you guys. It's not fun being this poor. But that is the basis of our Oasis, which I really like saying now. I might come back and add a river, doing that same kind of design, lowering it down 2 tiles and bringing the water up 1. And if I did it, I want it to come out here and snake this direction and possibly just kind of run over to here. I can't buy any more land this way, so it's just going to kind of end and come from nothing. But we can role play and say it's coming from an underground spring or something, and then it's feeding the Oasis. I don't know. But we'll come back to the Oasis here in a second. I'm going to add a bunch of trees and greenery and really make it look nice. But for right now, we need to build something else real quick that helps us make a little bit more money. And we've already built all of our thrill rides, but we just unlocked... What did we just unlock? A stand-up steel coaster? I think I can do reverse incline launch mode on this one. And if I can, I'm going to do the most basic shuttle loop I can, which is just going to be a reverse incline, 1 loop straight up, and then back down. It's not going to be expensive, and that is the goal. I need it to be cheap because I am broke right now. I say that with $1.5 grand, but you guys know what I mean. I am hurting for money. And let's actually do this. We can do this right along the park border here. That could be kind of cool. Look at that. That looks so funny. Are you headed for it? Headed for the Pharaoh. Thank you, Slide Sid. Okay, so we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do a loop to the right. It looks like we have to do it that way. And actually, can I do another loop to the left? I'm getting greedy here. I always do this. It's not looking that way. Thank you. Okay, 1 loop is fine. And we'll just go up to 17. I think that'll work. And then this will also start at 17. This isn't oh, perfect. We put that just in time. All right, and we need to add an entrance and exit. Silly me. We'll do entrance at the front, exit all the way at the back. And then let's actually make sure we can do this in reverse. Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say, I'm almost positive we can. But let's test that, make sure it works okay. That was so cheap to build. Does it say how much it cost us to build? I don't think so. Whee! 1 loop. And up. And back down. That's perfect. Cool, let's get some walkways going. We're gonna expand the walkway to... Ooh, I mentioned the river was gonna start right here. And now I've just built a ride right there. So we might actually start it here and bring it this way. I don't know. Either way, this is no longer going to be river, so we don't have to contest with that. So we can just do kind of a little walkway here. What am I doing? I should build my queue first. That would make more sense. We'll have this take up all the space right here. There we go. Perfect. Okay, I just want to get this built so we can start making money. Let's go ahead and open it. We'll come back and name it. And let's get some music on this thing. It's not nearly busy enough in this area of our park. I'm making sure the techno music here can't be heard from the Oasis because I want this area to be serene, kind of beautiful. You know, the gentle style, the water style music. I think that would work very nicely. How is that so unexciting? I get that it's... I get that it's simple, but Still, come on. Whatever. People are going to ride it. And we can charge $2. Actually, people are riding it at $2, so I'm going to leave it at that. We are going to add a little bit of decor, see if we can up it at all. And again, this stuff costs money, and it hurts me. Let's do kind of like a staggered pattern here. That'd be kind of cool. At least I think so. I don't know if it is or not, but... oh well, I think it's cool. Alright, and then we'll do... the opposite over here. Cool. That looks kind of neat. Okay, let's see how that did. It upped it to 2, which we were charging anyway, so that was purely for cosmetic's sake. But in all this dilly-dallying, we have gained 2 grand, so that actually kind of helped. And then we'll hire another mechanic for over here, as much as it pains me, because that costs money to do. I'm trying to be so cheap with everything I do. Okay, so we need to paint this. I actually kind of like the red. I don't like the black supports, though. We'll do a... no, I don't like that either. What does that look like? Even worse. No, thank you. I wish there was just like a light red. And I guess that is a light red, sort of. Not really. That's darker than this, but I think that looks nice. We're going to stick with that. And then for the train, let's just do... we'll do black and white. I think that looks nice. And I had no plan on building this episode. I was just hurting for cash, so I built it. And therefore, I have no plan for a name. Ooh, okay. I just looked at my list, and there's something that kind of works. If I do end up building the river right here, it'll make more sense. And with the river kind of twisting like this, it'll make even more sense. So this is going to be... the New Order. New is the word that I'm using here. New is... what is it? New is a swirling, watery chaos from which the cosmic order was produced. Which I guess means the cosmic order, like space? I don't know. But either way, that sounds kind of cool. The New Order. And so let's actually repaint the trains to make them blue and white. I think that looks better. Or at least with the swirling, watery nature of this ride, I think that'll work nicely. Okay, back to the Oasis as soon as I get a couple benches and light posts and all of that jazz built up. I don't know why I'm hurting so much for money on this park. I don't feel like that's been an issue on most of our other parks, but for whatever reason, in this one, it is. And it could just be I'm not building super high grossing rides, but I don't know. I want to make more money than I am. And so let's add some bushes around the edge and around the middle here. We'll also add some of those bulrushes. I actually remembered what they were called this time. And if that's wrong, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Let's check. I think they're all the way down here. Bulrushes, yes, go me. We'll add a few of these, not too crazy. And again, I'm just placing these sort of haphazardly, which I think is the best way to place these things. It makes it look more natural that way. And then let's get some... I'm feeling palm trees, and actually probably monkey puzzle. Probably everything but the monkey puzzle tree. These palm trees look nice, these different types of palm trees. And these are definitely the smaller of the two kinds. So we'll do these sort of towards the outside, I guess. I say that after I already place half of them on the inside, or at least that one. That looks good. And let's... Sorry, I just heard a noise in my apartment. That kind of freaked me out. Let's do some of these tall ones. These look really cool. Ooh, I like these. And I forgot to put another palm tree here in the middle. We'll do 2 of those there from this angle. You can't see it too well. I'm liking how this is coming out. And it's a little bit cheaper than I thought as well, which is really nice. Let's go back through and see if... Nope, not that. I just did the same thing 3 times. What am I doing? We'll go to this and see what adding some of these throughout looks like. If we like it or if we don't like it. I'm kind of liking it. It adds a little bit more color to the area. And I like the variation. That's not something I do enough of. Not that you really have that many options to do a varied texture on the ground. Or on the earth, not the ground. That's a pet peeve of mine, is when people call the floor, or when they refer to the ground outside as the floor. I don't know. It's weird to me. But I think that adds a nice variant in the color palette here. It's a little bit brighter. It's a little bit more vibrant. And I think had we done this all in just the green grass, it wouldn't have looked as good. It would have looked too plain. Let's add one more palm tree here on this main island. Oh, we already added. Okay, that works. Let's actually put it right there. And then, do any of these smaller ones look good as well? I'm thinking they will. I like that. Yes, absolutely. We'll just do a few of these. 5 or so, maybe. No science to it. But look at our Oasis, guys. How nice does that look? I think that looks awesome. It's exactly how I pictured it, too. I thought it would be a little bit bigger, but with our financial limitations, I think that's perfect. And now we need to actually build a legitimate coaster. This was just something to make us some money real quick. And I think it's going to do that. Even though we're only charging $2, we're going to get people on this thing. And now, let us build some water rides. I think I want to start... Ooh, what do I want to start with? Log flumes are always popular. And if I do it around this, it's going to be amazing. We're going to do that. Let me let me buy a little bit more land around this first. Just so I've got a little bit of wiggle room when it comes to where we place track around the Oasis. And there's that dang tile. It's going to drive me nuts. It doesn't bother me that I can't place anything there. It's the fact that it just looks bad. It's going to be like an eyesore in our park. And I believe there's another one of those tiles somewhere over here as well. I couldn't tell you exactly where, but pretty sure I found another one when I was doing this. Or when I was buying out land. I think it's down here somewhere. There it is. That's the tile we can't buy. I think that's just an error. It's not a glitch or a bug or anything. I think it's just something the developers screwed up. Sorry, I'm trying to talk too fast and it's not working. Okay, let's build a log flume. I'm thinking we can start this... Ooh, where do I want to start it, actually? Did I not buy that? Is that the... Okay, I was like, what am I doing? That looks so bad. Okay, let's actually do it... Ooh. What if we start it up on the hill here? Yeah, that's going to happen. That'll look nice. I've got a kind of a plan in mind here. I'm trying to make it balanced on either side of this kind of sand dune, if you will. I don't know what else you would call that. But I just kind of want to make this... It's simply going to go around the Oasis. I think that's going to look really nice. It's probably going to need a little bit of incline-decline action just to give it some excitement. But I don't want to go like straight over the middle of the Oasis, but I do want to kind of weave through these trees a little bit. I think it could add quite a bit to the excitement rating of this particular ride if we do that. Let's actually drop this back down to ground level here. And as I'm looking at it, I want this to be... Why do I keep pulling up that tile? I think I'm decorating stuff and then I pull out the wrong tool, so it doesn't work so great. All right, let's go this direction. That bush and then that palm tree are going to be in our way if we do that. So let's not do that. And there's our lovely friend. Can I S-bend around it? If I go to the left, land not owned by park. Of course not. So we'll actually drop down only to 7 here. And then we'll S-bend around it. There we go. Okay, so that gets us around that. And then this lines us up right with this palm tree, which we don't want. Ooh, but this is working out nicely. It's very simple, but it looks so cool in my opinion. And this is not going to be the only water ride we do here. Not by a long shot. So we're going to have to do 2 S-bends to the left. Actually, let's just do the 1. We'll bring this up. And then we'll kind of do this number, which we can't do. We have to go like that. There we go. There we go. I like that little loop there at the end. It works very nicely, and that allows for pathway to still be placed underneath if we decide to, which, now that I'm looking at it, I'm not sure I'm going to. I don't know if I want walkway going around the Oasis. We might just have one kind of... I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead yet. But let's get our entrance and exit going. This is going to be a popular ride. So let's have the exit come back out straight onto that path there. Right there. Perfect. And let's give a Log Flume 1 a quick test run. Actually, we'll do a continual test just to see how long it takes for things to get back here. And let's actually do a green footpath for this one. I think that would work out nicely. I want to do the exit first just so I can kind of get an idea of where I want everything to go. I keep exiting out and opening the wrong menus. I don't know what I'm doing today, guys. I haven't had my coffee yet. That might be it. Okay, so let's drop this down to here. And then we'll run it all the way down. And have this come out right there. I think that's going to work very nicely. And we'll go ahead and hire our own handyman for this section, because he's going to be the one that gets some footpath added to his route. He's going to end up covering probably all of that. So we'll just leave it right there for now, because that's where we're going to be placing more walkway to expand it out in this direction, which we have all of this land still to buy, which is insane. And we may or may not end up doing that. I still haven't decided if I want to keep this park going until we can't go anymore. But let's go ahead and open Log Flume 1. We won't have test results for a while, but people are going to be willing to pay exorbitant prices, I think. What are people willing to pay? I'm going to keep upping it until people stop going in line. Let's try $5.50. Do they want to pay $6 to go on it? They still do. At least some people. That guy doesn't have enough. Okay, they're willing to pay $6 to ride this. At least everyone before we get test results is willing to ride it. So that is progress. Okay. Ooh, this Oasis just looks so nice. It's such a nice color change. Like, look at that. You're just scanning the park and boom, your eyes go right to the Oasis. It's so nice. I thought about doing a boat hire in the Oasis itself, like in the water, but I think that would make it look bad. It would mar its beauty. The boat hire itself would look nice, and the boats on the lake would look nice, but the station, or not even the station, the entrance and the exit and all the pathway that would have to come out of it and make its way back out here, I think that would look ugly. And not to mention, we don't even have it, so that decision's kind of made for us. I do like the paint job, though. I don't think I'm going to change it. It is blue with the water. It is green with the underside. And the supports are so short, you can't even really see them. I will try a green support, though, to see if I like that at all. I don't like that, but I do like that. Okay, that's the only change we're going to make. I think that looks lovely. And once we get test results, people might stop paying this much. Oh, yeah. How is that so unexciting? I get that it's not crazy, but oh my gosh. What? People are still willing to pay $6 to ride an excitement rating of 1.89. I'm okay with that. I'm going to leave it at $6 then. Okay. We need to name this one. And what did I want to name it? I've got a couple water related names here. Ooh, okay. I've got a name, and I'm just kind of looking at the design one more time to just kind of make sure it works. Lotus. Lotus something. I don't want to just name it the Lotus or Lotus period, but Lotus Lullaby? Is that how you spell lullaby? Lotus Lullaby, because it's so exciting, it'll put you to sleep. Alright, Lotus Lullaby is open and ready to go. I don't know how we're able to charge this much, but I am okay with it. I don't want to question it. I just want to charge them all the money. I have a feeling it's going to very quickly wear off and people aren't going to want to go on it because of the price. But I would like to get more people in this area. That would be very nice because I need people riding my rides so I can make the money. And let's actually add gentle style to this. Oh yeah. Lotus Lullaby. Ooh, it's beautiful. It's making me sleepy just thinking about it. But okay, guys, I think that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for hanging in there with me while I slowly but surely built the Oasis. But it is built, and I think it is beautiful. We might add some more kind of smaller kind of pools of water with some greenery around them, just to make a larger water section. Because I want to end up buying out all this back section, and we now have the money to do that. We've got 10 grand. So we're in a better spot, but I'd like to buy out some of this section, add a few more little pools, definitely not as big as our main Oasis here, but maybe some smaller, what's the word for it? I don't know, kind of standing water pools, I don't know. Anyway, some smaller side pools, and then add a roaring rapids, or river rapids, and a water slide, and have this kind of be our water section of this park. I think that would work out very nicely. We only have 2 more episodes on this objective, but we might stay on this park a little bit longer because I am just loving this park. It is one of my favorite by far so far. And I think it has a lot of potential to become something amazing. It is also the largest park I think we'll have if we do end up buying all the land, which I kind of really want to. Because again, there is a lot of it to buy. But okay, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. And until then, take care.